Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Classics Rider, episode 22. It's the Österreich Rundfahrt, as in the Tour of Austria, stage number 1. It's a punchy stage, so we'll have a chance today. I come in as the favorite, Elia Viviani here, Calmjean. Definitely some competition for that top step at the end of the day, and it does have a descent after. It's not ending at the top, making it just a little bit tougher. You can see there's at least 9 World Tour teams at this one. And definitely some quality Continental Pro teams, Direct Energy, Vlaanderen, Wanty Gobert, Euskadi, the Moraes, the Spanish Euskadi. So, a lot of quality around here. Won't be an easy win.
Many riders must have only one thing on their mind: getting this over with.
Sprinter? Solano and Fellini. Okay. Oh, Mountain. Okay, I got you. So they get co-leader status. I get sprint status for this stage. I am on a fitness peak, so I've got a +3 race day condition today. That's giving me a hills rating of 84, a resistance of 75. Holy cow. Oh, I love it. Now, I've got 3 team members to work for me today. And that's pretty good. If you have 2 co-leaders and they each have a teammate, I should only have 2 guys, so I'm a bit fortunate here. Long ways to go on this stage, though. 136 kilometers overall as we roll on down the country road next to the freeway. 57k to go, but I'm back early for a reason. To show you the profile. It's a circuit that we're hitting 4 times with 3 climbs each of the 4 times. First time I didn't take a close glimpse at it, but the second time around I was watching pretty close. This is climb number 1. It's a little over 3k. It does get up to 10-11% here. It's a hefty climb, but this is very much a climb, not the punchy one. This is not the opportunity to go away. This one is actually the risky one to potentially get dropped. This is where I need protection from Solano, from Fellini, and apparently, like Solano, co-leader, actually giving me protection at the moment, which I very much appreciate, so that's nice. That's climb number 1. Got a bit of a descent here afterwards, chance to recover a little bit. Now, climb number 2, the penultimate one. You can see the peloton actually splitting further and further here. We're down to, it looks like 64 now. More and more riders falling off the back because of the intensity of these climbs. They are crazy steep. Now, not much of a chance to recover there, but there certainly is here. Get down to 8 degrees. There it is again, 12, 13. So you get a few occasions to really just kind of sit through that. Here's the base, 1.6k to go. And then you can see right here at like 1.1, it starts to pick up. 4, 5, now 6. It's going to level off a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12. As we approach the top. 13, 15, 16.4% gradient. Degrees gradient. That is where the damage is done. That's where a punchy rider like myself needs to go and win this thing. The descent is mostly tucked, so it'll be hard to chase, right? some downhill specialist will not be able to chase through there until you hit to here. And we are, let's see, 40.5 right now. There's no categorized, so 40.5. The base was maybe 40.7. I'll say 40.7, I think, was where we hit the bottom and start going up again. It was a couple hundred meters before I looked. So 40.7. This one, not as steep. I got 8%. This is definitely not the time to wait. It's not as bad of a climb, but with the descent, you can pretty much recover and get yourself over the top with a good hills rating. And we just topped out 38 something, so... Oh, really? I'm going to lose my status because all the other guys fell off? Fellini's taken over as leader. They're hoping on him for the overall. I don't want to use these guys for that. This is something to do myself. Gaburo's back. Barely. So we've got 55 riders chasing 5. Breakaway's only got 30 seconds. They're not much of a threat anymore with the 2 climbs coming. Right now, at this point, the biggest threat is not working for my team. But they've pretty much told me to go off and win this stage. I'm not going to win the overall, but they'd love to see a stage 1. It's not like Fellini's going to go and win this overall either. He's just the hopeful for the GC. As he could climb mountains better than I can. Okay, we're going to see a bit of an acceleration here on the flat. 30k to go. I want to speed it up across here. We're just about to reel those guys in. See if I can get Gaburo to come up. Give me a little bit of protection here before we go. .56 chasing 4, 14 seconds. We caught one of them. And there we go. Ineos just pulled in the final riders. And we're about to hit the climb. Gaburo's not going to last long, but he's at least got me through the base. 60 riders all together. Sunweb rider, Chad Haga at the front. Vliegen, Sean Bennett. And we're almost to the top. It's the next one is the one that I want to attack. I slide backwards just a little bit at the peak, but I'll recover on this descent. I'll definitely get that back. You to protect. There we go. Oh, that's Solano. Oh, no. No, you know what? Solano, relax. Relax. Do your own thing. I got this. Alright, let's use the gel. 11k to go.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
Okay, we're coming up, starting to go uphill. The real part, though, not quite yet, not quite yet, not quite yet. Okay, now I'm going to start my acceleration, and there it is. Okay, we're going to attack. Can I not do this? Are we too close to the... Oh, I think we're too close to the end. I am off the front, though. I am off the front. Okay, into the downhill. 97. I've got 13 seconds is all. 23 riders still giving chase. But it's going to be really hard for them to catch on this downhill. 13 seconds. Cross this flat for a little bit. Still on a 99. Now it's going to start going uphill. So I've got to slow down just a little bit. Down to 10 seconds. Come on. Get there, get there. 18 seconds. Okay, gap's opening up. They're not chasing very well right now. 3.6k. Get me over the top. .23 seconds. Just 11 chasing now. There's the top. Just a little bit of red bar. Downhill 1.3k. Here we go. The final sprint. We're going to take a right-hander to the finish. There it is. 24 seconds. We got this. For the win.
It required a lot of energy, and he showed he was above the rest today.
Kalmajan. Fellini takes third. Nice. Conti. Viviani. Schultz. Sivakov. Nick Roche. Hugh Carthy. Guillaume Martin. Your top 10. Big gap after the top 12. David De La Cruz was there as well. Solano takes 14th in the next group. Impey, Gross-Schartner all losing time. Chris Hamilton losing time. And I come away with the solo victory. I'm not going to win the overall, though. There's definitely mountain stages that I will not keep up with. Fellini had a nice race day condition too, making it possible for him. His hills rating today was a 76. There's the best moment of the day. Oh, there you go. You can see me coming down the hill. Not the best camera angle. You can see the chase group staying ahead. Got the job done. .24 seconds. Very good evaluation worth 27 points. All the bonuses for the jerseys. 11% manager satisfaction, even though I was... Oh, there you go. Top 3 on the stage. No wonder I got more than the minimal points. Still 50K to go. The big climb of the day is behind us. We've got 3 climbs left, including just right at the finish. That's the punchy part that should be favoring me, but not necessarily the 2 climbs before it. If the pace is high enough, I won't be there by the end. It's entirely possible. Race strategy, it's an odd one. So my role, they've got me as leader of the general classification, they've got me as a puncher, and they've got me in the points classification. They want me to retain the leader's jersey. They want me to play like a puncher and go for it. And they want me to score points to try to retain the points jersey. My general classification initial objective is to finish in the top 20 for the entire race. But co-leader status still goes to Solano and Fellini. So I'm puncher. Yesterday it was sprints guy. Okay. So I'm on my own-ish. There's some team members writing for me, I guess. That's good. I do have support. But it's still just an odd situation here on this one. Now, if I get my whole team to the top of this climb, Paccioni might not make it. But outside of that, I think the rest should make it to the top. Yeah, Paccioni, we just barely started climbing. He's already going backwards. And actually, I'm hurting a little bit as Gaburo and Marengo are actually pulling at the front, trying to chase back the breakaway group. They still have 40 seconds to the last of the riders. It's down to just 2 now, as we've reeled in a few of the guys. One trying to get away. Still 40 seconds to the rider at the front. Johan Alfredo of Wanted Group Gobert. Solid rider there for that team, as we do just about hit the top here. Now, in terms of the teammate support, Fellini and Solano, that's really all that's left just from this first climb. And this is what I'm worried about with the other climb coming up. This doesn't necessarily suit me. All of a sudden, we're down to just 89 riders back together. But Gaburo, Schoenberger, Marengo, all in the back of the group. A quick overhead, 13 seconds to the front. Is it still Alfredo? Okay, well, we just pulled him in. And yes, it was Alfredo. There he is as I ride past. So I'm second wheel from the front right now. Kalmajan right behind me. Kamna, Sivakov, De La Cruz. Here comes Rickart. There's Fellini all coming forward. And now the posturing game is on as Chad Haga is going to try to accelerate at the front. Get myself set here. So 20k to go. Now the final one, that little punchy one, definitely suits me. But again, I've got to get through this next climb still. And I will not have any team support because these three guys are done. Marengo just fell off the back. These guys are really just hanging on. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the 86 are just hanging on. So Solano, Fellini, and I, yeah, we're okay at this point. But I'm definitely not full strength here. And this next climb is going to take a lot out of me too, making the final tricky. But here we are. On the descent, we're ready to go uphill for one last mountain-style climb of the day. My weakness. See what we can do. I do have a +1 on the race day condition. 68 for the mountain. Not very good. Not very good. Resistance is 71. Again, not very good. The descent, I just recovered a little bit. See, Gaburo, Schoenberger, those kind of guys, they don't have enough. Gaburo attacks for just a second and then has to sit up. Now, if I were able to get off the front here, it would actually be ideal if I have any energy left. Here comes an attack. Conti, Kalmajan. This is not my time to go because this is too long of a climb, so I've got to sit on for now and hope that these guys don't get too far away. Near the top, if I've got enough energy, that's a place where I can attack. 10k to go. Fellini, Solano still giving orders. Down to 55 riders. We've got just one off the front. Kalmajan leveling off a little bit here. Got another intermediate section. That final section near the top, if I have the energy, that would be a time to go. That descent, though, it's not a very strong descent. It's not like the one we just went on after the first climb. So meaning it's not really going to be a recovery. So I think I need to hope that the group can chase him down. It's 22. Chasing one. It's only 20 seconds. Time's coming down. 17, 13. Yeah, he's fading. He's fading. And so am I. So am I. 6k to go. Use my gel now. The descent will speed things up a little bit.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Back out to 16 seconds. That's all it took for me. And we're down to just 13 chasing. Right now, am I riding for second, or do I still have a chance to ride for the lead? Find out. 2.4k. I'm going to start moving up to the front. 1k banner. .500 meters. There's Kalmajan. I'm up to second. Kalmajan's going to hang on to it. I get second. Going level with Kalmajan. So I'll still have the race leader's jersey. Fellini is doing well, takes 5th. Conti again, up there on time. Hamilton, 7th. De La Cruz, 10th. Sivakov. There's Solano in 13th. He's kind of putting himself out of reach a little bit compared to Fellini anyway. And really, as he should. Fellini's a couple points better than Solano. Solano should be kind of the main guy working for him. Martin, only 19th. He lost some time. That's going to hurt him for the overall a bit, as he's certainly a contender for easily for a top 10 position. Because certainly not all of the top 10 currently are going to stay there. Like myself, I will almost certainly drop down the order a bit. So that's weird. The stage that was built for me, they said top 3, and I go and win. Stage not so much built for me. This was closer to a mountain stage, and just kind of the profile there at the end with the descent that wasn't a full descent. And the final climb was enough, and I almost caught. I mean, the group almost caught Kalmashan, but not quite. I certainly beat out the rest of the group on that climb, but he got that solo victory getting away early. Similar in nature to what I did. Ooh, 20-second gap from 6th on down. That helps. 48-second gap to Solano's group. How's that overall looking now? So I've got a 24-second lead over Kalmashan. Conti's 36. Fellini is 36 back. Schultz is 40 back. And then we've got a minute to Sivakov and De La Cruz. Kamna is a minute and a half. Zoidel, Badalati, and Chris Hamilton are 2 minutes down. Solano in 12th at 2:28. Guillaume Martin losing some time. This hurts him. He's almost 3 minutes behind. The punchy stuff is not his strength. Do I have his ratings? Oh, I do. Wow. Yeah, that is highly undervalued. A 75 on the mountains. This guy is among the last 6, 8, 9 guys on the Tour de France all year long this year. Throughout the Tour de France. And this was not the first year that he's been able to do that. Last year it was more like top 15, but this year he's 27. I mean, he's never going to be a superstar or anything, but I think he's a bit undervalued here. I would have him a 74 or 75 average overall with a mountain rating of probably a 77, 78-ish. He's a solid climber. And the resistance is low 70s technically at a 70, but I'd have it a little bit higher up while still in the low 70s. 72, 73. The Hills rating, I think, is spot on at a 75. The rest of his ratings seem appropriate, but I think he's a couple points shy in just those two areas. Kalmashan and I are level 45. I do hang on to both jerseys and the under 25s, a minute clear right now, and the team is 2 minutes clear in the team competition, so that's pretty solid. First here, so even though I get the poor stage evaluation for finishing second, having everything else, I pick up 4%, which is not great, but I do pick up 15 points, so continue to make our way through the level. 10K in the race, 12K for the group. The breakaway was given a large lead today, and it looks like they are going to claim the victory. 4-minute gap to the 12 riders. 4 riders off the back. I think they had a crash a while back and just never caught back up. We are ready to start the climb here in just a little bit. We've got this last little uphill section, little downhill, and then the climb. Well, it's straight up. Straight up for 8K. 7. The good news, though, because I'm in the race lead, and they're pulling for me for the top 20, and Solano has not done very well so far. Solano has been downgraded. He is no longer co-leader. So, I've protected Solano up till this point, and I'm going to use him to help pull me up this climb. Meanwhile, Fellini is now the de facto team leader, and for him, it's leader outsider. So he's looking at maybe top 15. I'm looking at maybe top 20. Solano would probably be looking at maybe top 25. The only reason why I'm even in this position is because of that stage 1 victory, and of course keeping that lead after stage 2. But here comes first attack. Nick Roche, Schartner, Hugh Carthy, Kalmashan, Grillier. I don't want to attack. That's not my job. I'm fighting for top 20. I'm not fighting for keeping this jersey at all. So 4 riders have got off the front. 5 riders have got off the front. Pace is starting to pick up. Zoidel on the chase. And riders are starting to fall off. But here's the thing. Solano's doing well, and I'm doing well. And I'm doing well because of Solano. My mountain rating of a 70 today would not be very good. Luckily, I have a +3 race day condition really helping out because the resistance at a 75 is definitely tolerable. We're down to 4K. Those 5 riders are all still just right there. So we're still in touch with 3.8K. I'm going to use my gel now. Bellini's right here as well. So looks like he's starting to try to pull those 5 back. I certainly appreciate that because I'm trying to not use up Solano at this point. Solano just slightly more tired than I am. He's the better climber. Starting to make our way through some of the breakaway riders. Nick Roche and Grossschartner both falling off. They caught 2 of the breakaway guys, so it's really just 3 now. Kalmajan, Carthy, Kamna. Kamna looks like he's about to fade. He might get dropped from the group soon. We're down to 2K. I'd take off, but I really can't. Solano's barely keeping pace, and I myself, you can see, just struggling. Now, once I can attack, which won't be to the last few hundred meters, I can cover a lot of ground fast if I have energy left. 1K to go. Bellini's starting to take off. Don't let that one get away, as in don't let our teammate get away. Okay, 1K to go. Here's my acceleration. You can see how much faster I am than these guys. So I make my way around into the sprint for the final. There's Kalmajan. He's going to take the lead away from me. Sivakov is here. He's the favorite, and I think Martin should have been. Sivakov, Martin's slightly better than Sivakov. Breakaway rider Patrick Mueller takes the win. Swiss rider. It's Kamna. I've reached him. Frolinger takes second. Felix Gall. There's Kalmajan. He'll move into the race lead. There's Sivakov. Kamna. I take 7th on the stage, ahead of Bellini, and Solano right behind as well, with Hugh Carthy sandwiched in the middle. There's Guillaume Martin, again, with that undervalued rating. He definitely should have been at least up there with Kalmajan, and not just trying to hang on to our wheel, because that's how he is with the best climbers in the world, just trying to hang on to their wheel, as opposed to hanging onto the wheel of a bunch of mediocre climbers. Or should I say decent climbers. Grossschartner went way too hard, way too fast, and you can see what it did to him. He drops all the way to 17th. De La Cruz. There's another one who struggling here, really struggling. I don't know what's going on with him. You would think he would be a little higher up the order. He's certainly not a top tier climber, but he's got some quality. But hey, 7th on the stage will absolutely keep me in the top 20. It'll keep me no worse than 7th, and maybe better because of the advantage I had previously, so I might still be in the top 5. But that's not the only mountain stage of this race, so I have every opportunity to drop back even further. I go level on time with Kamna, but that's 2.5 minutes down. But these are breakaway guys, the top 3, before we get into the real group, where I was 4th, 5th, and 7th for the team. That's pretty good, and I only dropped to 2nd. So that's a good enough performance to stay in 2nd overall, 8 seconds behind Kalmajan. Sivakov up to 3rd, Bellini in 4th, Kamna, Schultz, Conti, Solano up to 8th from 12th. De La Cruz into the top 10, or up a spot. I think he might have been 10th previously, now 9th. Zoidl there. And like I said, see, Martin, 13? Nah, no way. He is not the same rider that Chris Hamilton is. Chris Hamilton's a decent climber. Chris Hamilton's like a 75 mountain. Martin, 77, 78, easy. Poor guy. Alright, well, enough about him. Let's continue on. So we're now 5 points behind Kalmajan in the points competition. I pick up some points in the mountain climbers. I've still got the under 25s jersey And we still have the team competition by a solid 8 minutes. So, 20 in second. That's exceptional. Leading the young riders, but there was no other expectation. So my outstanding performance on the stage, getting a top 10 on a stage that I had no business being in the top 10 on, isn't worth anything. See how that is? When they set an expectation, they say, you're gonna win. And then when you win, it's like, you won. Or when you take second, it's like, oh, you suck. But then when you're not expected to do anything at all, be nowhere near, you get a top 7. Do they then go, yeah, what? Where did that come from? Great job, son. Great job, kid. What up, killer? No. Just 2 points. And no satisfaction. So, my team boss and I, we don't get along. There might be a moment in the near future behind the team bus, not in the team bus, no, not with others around, but behind the team bus, where off in the distance among the other team buses, somebody walking around, their ears might perk up a little bit and hear some yelling. Don't know who it is, don't know what they're yelling about, but it could be me, and it could be over a certain topic about how my manager treats me. Makes me want to cry. Okay, so this is somehow a hill stage. I don't see it. 2 climbs early on. Entirely possible that some riders will be left behind, but it's too early. And even if it does come apart, there's no reason why it wouldn't pull back together. Little uphill swing, that's not going to do anything. And then on the flat, pretty good uphill swing. Could I break away on that? Sure. Would I stay away? Not a chance. Get another 10K to go afterwards. Well, it's only 142 for the whole stage, so maybe it's less than that. But 8K on the flat after a short climb, that's not a hill stage. That's a sprint stage where the worst climbers, Kittle, Cavendish, Viviani, they get dropped. The better climbers, Trentin, Sagan, they're going to go off and win the stage. Caleb Ewan, right? The guy's capable of getting up a hill. It's still a sprinter's day, just not all the sprinters. I'm afraid to jump into this one because it's just not going to be for me. And they're going to have high expectations, and I'm just going to get frustrated. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do this one off camera because you don't need to hear my frustration, because I know that they're going to have a ridiculous expectation for me on this stage because it's quote-unquote a hill stage. But it's clearly not. I'm just going to do this one off camera. And I'll see you for the next. And speaking of, I'm also going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. So, check out the profile going forward. What do we have for the rest of the race? Well, stage 5, that's the big mountain. That's the, let's see, that's 14. That's 18, 19 kilometer climb. That's where I'm going to be in trouble and drop down the order a bit. That's where I can get some back. But that's a pretty lengthy climb to get away on as well. That's more of a mountain day than a hill day. So I actually could struggle there. That's a stage for me. And then one sprint stage out of this whole thing. But I could lose a lot of time on stage 5. Stage 4, I don't think I'm going to lose time on it, but I definitely don't think I'm going to be in any sort of position to get anything more than a top 20. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now. Up to 4th. Bonus coverage, stage 4. I might have a chance. So slim, but I might have a chance because excellent race day condition at +4 and in the rain where others might be hurting. Solano, Fellini, though, not under my control. Gaburo, the only one that I have, and he's actually behind me. So what I want to do is I want to bring him forward. Can you do that for me? Apparently not. Come on, bring it up, bring it up. There we go. Follows Gaburo as he goes forward. I want to take the ride to be up front. So what I have is a +10 to my resistance for the 77. My flat rating today is a 77. My hills rating is an 84. So I have every chance to get away as we go up this. Now, 10K to go from here. Hit the top. It's about a 5K run from there. And most of the 5K before this is steep. So 10K is a lot to take off on. Gaburo has just that little bit of energy left. No, he's fading. So it's time to get away. And we try. But here's the thing. I'm protecting second place overall. So I've got to be careful. There you go. Sit up, sit up, sit up. Oh, we just caught these guys. Wait for the flat section. Wait for it to ramp up again. And then there we go. Off alone. Easy, easy, easy. 8.7. 26 seconds. Okay, red bar is gone, but we're leveling off here. 7.4K. Use the gel. 33-second gap. Only 13 riders able to give chase. So here's the thing. It's okay if they catch me. I'll get top 15 on the stage. If they don't catch me, then yay. Only 4 riders giving chase. Who is it? Nope, they're back together. 14. Now it's 5. Now it's 2. Calmejean and Van Gessel. Fellini and Viviani. Viviani's dropped. 3.8K. Got that little bit of energy here. 33 seconds still. I might have a chance on this. 3K. 2.5. 2K to go. Little uphill to the finish. Final few hundred meters get really steep. So we're going to save the sprint. Save the sprint. 41 seconds. I've got this. I did it. I did it. 400 meters. Yeah, they wanted me in the break. Just about out of energy, but we're going to reach the line before it's gone. Bam! Got the win. What? Calmejean takes second. Fellini takes third. Van Gessel fourth. We pulled it off. Now, standard 0 race day condition. I've got 0 chance of winning that race. 0 chance. If I don't sprint off, Viviani wins that stage. Instead, he takes 11th. If I do try to sprint off... Oh, somebody fell right before the finish line. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a crash that close to the finish. He's still down. He is still down, getting back up. Oh, it's Gaburo, my teammate. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Gaburo ends up finishing 59th. He would have been in the top 25-ish. But yeah, I just opened up some gaps, and that's going to put me back into the race lead. But next stage, remember, next stage, big now. I already said my goodbyes for this stage, but there's your bonus coverage. See you later.